In this video, we're going to take a quick look at the feature set that separates ProductCart Configurator from the other versions of our software, and indeed separates it from most of the e-commerce solutions that are currently available to merchants today. That's the ability to create custom configurations or custom product bundles or assemblies from standard products in your storefront. The configuration page in Configurator, in this example for a custom desktop, um, uh, looks like this, sort of using stock functionality in the storefront. In this case, you have a base product, which would be the basic framework for the custom desktop, and the configuration page allows you to add things like um, memory modules, um, uh, put a monitor in the bundle, accessorize it with some other items and things like this. Um, and in fact, while this might look like a really complicated functionality from a merchant standpoint, it's fairly easy to set up in the control panel in a very straightforward process. Let's take a look at the configuration page for this product in the store, which is a custom desktop. To get to the configuration screen, you just click the link here that says configuration, and it takes you to this page where you can see some of the items that can be added to the page or some of the functions that you can include on the page. In this case, let's take a look at the memory. Right now you can see, looking at the memory that's assigned to this product, there are only two different memory options that are assigned. If you want to add some more, there's a link here that takes you to the screen to add more items. Since it's already using the memory category in the storefront, we don't have to navigate to a different category. All we have to do is select the items that we want to add to this configuration and click the submit button, and it will add them to the product here, as you can see. Now, as in all things ProductCart, anytime you make a change to a product, make sure you go down to the bottom of the page, and that's in this case the bottom of the configuration page, and click the update button to make sure your changes are saved. So now let's go take a look at how that's been affected on the actual product configuration page. You can see before we refresh the page, we've just got these three choices. But if we go and refresh this page, the new options will be assigned. So here they show up at the top in the order that they're currently displayed on the configuration page. So we've added a couple of more options to this product. Configurator also gives you the ability to change how some of these options are displayed. In this instance, you can see that ProductCart's been instructed to display the choices using a drop-down menu. But if you want to use something like a different display and use radio buttons, perhaps you just click the radio buttons, enable those instead, and we'll go down to the bottom, update the product again, and then when we refresh the page this time, the options now are displayed as radio buttons. And it's the same thing if you want to use the checkboxes. And it's usually best to follow kind of standard display practices for this. If you have multiple selections that a customer can make in the storefront, then you probably want to give them the choice to select items from using checkboxes. If there's only one item that can be selected, then you're looking at either using radio buttons or the drop-down menu. We'll switch this one back to use the drop-down menu display. It provides a little bit more compact display, although it doesn't display all of the options at the same time. So it just depends, in this instance, on your personal preference as a merchant, how you want to have the products displayed or the options displayed to your customers on the storefront. But the basic functionality of this can be used for a large number of different purposes. Sort of the customizable desktop is one of the classic use cases, but they've been used. We've had customers that use them to sell different electronic assemblies, customer or merchants that have used them to sell customizable gift baskets and things like that. So it's a very flexible tool that's pretty straightforward to use, although the back-end coding is pretty complicated to make all of this happen and get all the pricing right. But that's the basics behind how Configurator shapes up and the functionality that allows you to build customizations into products using the Configurator logic.